Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. So by the way, I am your Simply Filipina here in Austria with my Austrian husband. So by the way, I am already 2 years living here in Austria. I do have my residence permit. I had two times already renewed my residence permit because that is the requirements, and we're not going to talk about that now. So a short background, I am married to my Austrian husband. I am already 2 years living here in Austria. I do have my certificate for Deutsch A1, A2, and currently working on my Deutsch B1. And of course, I went before to a Ausbildung, but I had to stop and work on my Deutsch Kenntnisse. But now we will discuss about where is it easier to get married? Is it here in Austria or is it in the Philippines as a Filipina Austrian couple? So this I would like to share with you for some informations and to answer these questions, of course. And of course, I would like to share with you some of the requirements that must be needed. So again, disclaimer, these videos or these informations may vary, depends on our situation, depends on your situation. So this now I am going to tell you is based only of my research, based of our personal experience, and I think it depends on where you are living here in Austria, the city you are living here in Austria, and what are the requirements on your city. So it depends. And yeah, so today, this video, I will highlight the following: getting married in Austria versus getting married in the Philippines, the requirements to get married in Austria, the requirements to get married in the Philippines, and where to apply here in Austria and in the Philippines, and of course the time frame or how long it will take. So again, this video I had to take 3 times already because the two videos I had already created doesn't have an audio. I don't know what's the problem, maybe because of the mic, and now I am going to use another mic. So the answer to the question, where is it easier to for a Filipina Austrian couple to get married, in Austria or in the Philippines? So the answer is it is usually easier and faster to get married in Austria, as an Austrian couple, especially if you're already in Austria or living in Austria. And if you do have a visa D, then it's easier, and the requirements here is not so complicated as by us in the Philippines. So in the Philippines, if you want to get married in the Philippines can be more complicated and slower because of the paperwork and government processing. So now we will find out together the difference between getting married in Austria and getting married in the Philippines. So by the way, I do have my laptop in front of me so that I can clearly discuss with you informations and clearly or precisely share with you the requirements that must be needed. And of course, again, it's better to have the everything on the laptop and share with you than to just speak without getting any basis or without getting enough informations to share. So yeah, let's begin. So, getting married in Austria is easier if you are both already in Austria, if you have your legal stay or a residence permit here in Austria, or even if you are under the Visa D. And Visa D is the one that they require or they allow to get married. I'm not really sure about the Visa D, but Visa D is the most important one if you want to get married in Austria. So, getting married in Austria, what are the requirements? The requirements are the following: birth certificates, both parties. So, by you as a Filipina, you have to get your birth certificate translated into Deutsch, and the valid passport IDs or ID, certificate of no marriage or the Sinomar for the Filipina from the PSA in the Philippines. And of course, you have to make your Sinomar apostilled and translated in the FA, on the FA, whatever. So, yeah, that is it. And then, certificate of legal capacity to marry or the Ehegattzeugnis. That is, Filipinos get this from the Philippine Embassy in Vienna. So you can get this Ehegattzeugnis in Vain or the Philippine Embassy in Vain. And then the residence registration or the Meldetitel. So I will write the Deutsch words here. Meldetitel, if living in Austria, if you are currently living in Austria, then you can also get that. Of course, the application for marriage at Standesamt or the Civil Registry Office. So Standesamt means a civil registry office here in Vienna. And if you are going to talk about that civil registry to your partner, then your partner can already know about it. So how long it will take or the time frame, usually faster than in the Philippines. You can get married in a few weeks or 2 months after submitting the document. So I think if you want to get married faster, then you can go to outside Vienna cities or small cities like that, because there's a lot of appointment slots available compared to if you want to get married in the city exactly, because I think it's not easy to get appointment slots like that. So you can inform yourself, excuse me. So you can basically inform yourself, inform your partner, ask your partner, or ask your local registry office or your local Standesamt. So where to apply? Again, you can apply your marriage, or you can submit your application for marriage to your local Standesamt registry office here in Austria. And the second one, we are going to talk now getting married in the Philippines. So how easy it is, what are the requirements, and of course, continue. So talking about getting married in the Philippines, it's easier to get married in the Philippines if the Filipina is in the Philippines, and of course, if your husband would like to stay longer in the Philippines and take all the if also if you want to do or if you prefer a church or a traditional wedding, then Philippine is a good choice. And of course, we're going now to talk about the requirements. So the requirements for the Austrian or your partner is certification of legal capacity to marry from Austrian embassy in Manila. So your partner should get this legal capacity to marry in the embassy in Manila. So the passport copy, birth certificate, the cinemar from PSA for the Filipina, for you as a Filipina, the valid IDs, and attend a pre-marriage seminar, marriage license application at the local civil registrar or in the LCR. Of course, optional if you want to do a Catholic church wedding or any other religion wedding, then there are also a traditional church document requirements that you have to submit and comply. Of course, there's also seminars required to that. So the time frame, this may take weeks, months, especially to get embassy documents plus seminars done. And of course, church weddings can take longer. And of course, it that everything varies depends on your situation, everything varies depends on what you like, what you prefer. If you want to do easier and you want to stay faster here in Austria, then you can choose Austrian marriage or wedding. And of course, if you do have a lot of time and if you want to have this church wedding, then you can do in the Philippines. So I will share now a little bit tips for you. So always check directly with the stamp here in Austria, because everything can change, the requirements can change slightly. So you have to check or call the stamp for exact precise requirements that must be needed. And of course, in the Philippines, go to the local civil registrar and check for the requirements. Also, maybe the requirements change slightly, so you can be informed what are the additional requirements or what are the requirements needed, then it is better. And of course, apostle is important for foreign documents. So if you want to get married in the Philippines, if you want to get married in here in Austria, then you have to get your birth certificate, Senomar, apostilled, and translated. And if you want to get married in the Philippines, go to the register. Or if you married in the Philippines, then basically later in Austria, you can register your marriage. So I think that's it, everybody. I hope I give you the clear, precise, exact informations. Where is easier to get married? Is it here in Austria or is it by us in the Philippines? And of course, the requirements and time frame. And if you do like my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you also have any other questions, feel free to comment down below and I will try my best to answer. And of course, if you are looking forward to watch another future videos with me, I will be talking about the several wedding in the here in Austria, and step by step checklist to get married in Austria and to get married in the Philippines, and of course how to stay here in Austria, to get a residence permit here in Austria, to learn Deutsch here in Austria, and of course getting married in Austria and the residency application process. I can also share my experience. I do have ideas already, and I'll just have to make a video for that, and I will share my personal experience, what to avoid and what is important when you apply and before your wedding. Or because here in Austria, I'll just add another information. If you married here in Austria, if you want to use your husband's last name, then you have to also change your passport into your husband's last name if you want to apply for a residence permit. But this I will elaborate next time on my video. So if you are looking forward to watch that video so that you can get information, ideas, then you can basically subscribe to my YouTube channel. So again, thank you so much for watching my video, and please don't forget again to subscribe. See you again next time. Bye.